Hello, I'm Paul.
And I'm Alison.
Well, Alison, the running shoes are off, the medals are on, so that means we must have done it.
I think it does.
So we just thought it would be good to talk you through, show you a few photographs and some videos and share our journey with you. We feel as though we've shared it so far, and we really weren't sure what to expect at all on the day. But as it turns out, it was fabulous, wasn't it, Alison?
It
How was
really
it
was.
for you? Anything that really stands out about the day?
I think I'd forgotten about the day itself. I was so busy preparing, I've not actually thought about the day. And on the day, I felt really excited. And then when we got there in our outfits, and we'd have so many lovely comments on the tram going in, it was just wonderful. And the weather was amazing. It was perfect. It was cold, but sunny, wasn't it? And it was just incredible. And we've got so much family support. We've got your sister and her husband, Neil and Tracy, who'd hosted us, and then they appeared during the run itself, which was wonderful. And then our children came and they made a banner and they appeared at sort of mile 16, 17. And that was just absolutely wonderful. And then Neil and Tracy rejoined us about 3 miles to go and actually ran with us. And then at the end, our family were there again, cheering us on right at the finish line. And the crowd, some of the competitors were cheering us on and congratulating us. And it was just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and I think looking back over some of the vlogs that we've talked about, and obviously we've been making comparisons with the journey on a relationship, and it was exciting on the start line, wasn't it?
How are you all feeling?
You know, we're just surrounded by so many other people who are really up for it. The drums were playing.
These kettle drums right at the start really got you, excited and your adrenaline up, and it was amazing.
And we set off really well. You know, we were both running well for the first, really up to 10k. In fact, you did your quickest 10k of all the training runs. So, we started off well, and comparing that to relationships, we talked about the starting off and starting well, but obviously it's the keeping going, isn't it? So what do you think really kind of sustained us as we just got to those longer distances? It got a bit tough towards the kind of 13, 14 mile mark, would you say?
It was the 13, 14 mile. The novelty was over. The initial wave of enthusiasm had passed, and it was like, my goodness, we've run 14 miles and we've still got 12 to go. And that was a bit and we just had to dig deep, didn't we? We had to dig really deep, a step at a time, just keep going, enjoy the support we were receiving, and just keep focusing on the next step and the next step and the next step and the next step.
And I think one of the things that I always hoped would happen, but I was even still taken aback on the day about the importance of support from the crowd. You know, they were cheering this crazy woman that was in a wedding dress. We were getting
number.
Yeah, come on, Lady T, and enjoy the honeymoon were other comments that we got. I don't know how people thought that we would actually get married and run a marathon on the day, but anyway, we got lots of happy anniversary and congratulations from other runners as well. They were very generous with their support. And again, that support was so important to us to keep us going, and that's, I guess, the same. We've reflected in terms of friends and family how important they were on our journey in the build-up, but also on the day itself.
And there were so many parallels, even just on the day, with relationships and support for you and your relationship in whatever form, and whoever that form takes, is so important, especially when the going gets tough. Because we had all on just keeping going. We didn't want to give any negativity to the other, so we weren't saying, actually, I'm finding it tough. So the support from the crowd was so helpful at that point, wasn't it? Where we didn't want to let the other know, oh, this is really difficult. But there were some real other parallels with relationships, and it really struck me. It would have been no use whatsoever thinking, oh, we'll just rock up and do a marathon and expect ourselves to be able to do it, certainly uninjured or in any state of fitness. And so for a long-term relationship, it struck me, it's no use just hooking up with somebody and expecting, oh, this is going to last years and years and years, or a lifetime, without preparing for it, doing the groundwork, facing problems as they arise, working through them. It's no use just sweeping things under the carpet. It's not going to help you. And just like on our training, you know, when we hit the wall and we had to adjust things and reevaluate and make changes, it really struck me on the day, it is so similar in a long-term relationship where you do still have to do those things, deal with things as they arise, come up with a different way of doing it, keep on taking the steps, and it's really possible to get there then.
And I think we both reflected as well on how important the training, the stretching, the nutrition, all the advice that we were given, it really all came together on the day and helped to sustain us. So although we kind of knew it was going to be tough, we were going to face difficult patches, I think we both knew all the time, didn't we? We were going to do this.
We didn't doubt on the day, did we?
We knew we were going to get round, and we had to employ tactics, you know, when we were very tired, you know, walking a little bit when we needed to have a break, but we actually still got round in under 6 hours.
Our ultimate target of under 6 hours, we accomplished it. And the bulk of that, by far, I think we just walked very briefly after mile 18, just for a few minutes each, and then ran again, because we were so determined to run the final straight well, which we did. And well by our standards anyway, my standards anyway, we ran it. We didn't want to sort of hobble over the line, so yeah.
Although I don't think you probably want to see another stick of Kendal mint cake.
No.
I
don't. No, I don't. I felt they were making me sick by the end. They did the purpose, but I didn't want to.
So we just want to say a huge thank you for joining us on our journey. We've never certainly done anything quite like it, but what a way to celebrate 25 wonderful years together. And well, what's next? It's exciting. We don't know but you've got some plans for your big birthday coming up, Alison. What?
Oh, I have, but I also want to say thank you so much to everyone who has supported us. I'm getting emotional now.
We've raised
over £1,200 for Relate, Hull and East Yorkshire, where I work, and everyone has just been so supportive. I didn't know I was going to get all emotional, but I am. So thank you for that to everyone who's contributed financially and or just encouraging us for months. It's been amazing. Right, let's get rid of these. And so my next big adventure, next year, I reach a big number. It's got a 6 in it. And I've been thinking for a while, what haven't I done yet? I'm thinking about...
I'm just going to pour the champagne while Alison's talking.
I'm thinking about wing walking. So I struggle with heights, and the last 10 years or so, I've just been on challenge of all sorts of things, including a skydive, flying an aeroplane, hot air balloon. So I think watch this space, because this time next year you might see me strapped to an aeroplane flying through the sky.
Well, none of that surprises me. Being married to such a crazy woman, but it's been a wonderful journey and a wonderful achievement, and let's look forward to the next 25 together.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers.
And thanks everyone.
Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye.